It was like
It's about to be like butter. Just wait.
So
Just
I think
wait.
that we are on YouTube. It's saying that we're on YouTube.
It's setting up our meeting for YouTube Live,
Okay.
and we're done. So I think now it's about to be like butter. Just wait.
Yes.
All
So we
right.
are live on YouTube. So let's get started. I'm going to share our working link into the chat for the one that isn't working because we are women that figure everything out.
It's just the age that we are living in.
Yes, it is. We
I
are.
love it. I love it. So if there is an easier way for me to text that to people, I will figure it out and send it to you guys. In the meantime, Monica, would you welcome us? Because while I'm trying to do that, I can't talk at the same time. So Monica, would you
Okay.
kick us off for me?
First of all, I am super excited because you guys are all joining tonight. I am Senior Director Monica Barnes, and I am delighted to be here with you from the Virginia Beach area. So I'm in Suffolk, Virginia, which is about a half an hour from Virginia Beach. So most people up and down the East Coast know where Virginia Beach is. And so I always reference that area. And we have 3 cohorts here. And the next one is Leah. Leah, tell them who you are and where you're from.
Hi, you guys. My name is Leah Castranis, and I am representing the city of sisterly love, Philadelphia, PA. And Monica, I have to tell you, I know right where Virginia Beach is because that is my quick escape to the beach, right down 95.
Yes.
We are so thrilled that you guys are carving out just a little bit of your evening tonight. Thank you for bearing with us as we're dealing with some difficulties, a little bit of tech issues. You know what? That's one of the things I love about our Mary Kay life is that we learn to pivot. If you haven't heard that word yet, in the last year, we learned to pivot, and we're just find a way, make a way women. So we're really excited to share a little bit of our stories with you, what we're looking forward to in 2021, and hopefully something that you hear tonight will bless you. Go, Renee. We would love to hear.
Yeah. So it sounds like now we're streaming on YouTube. I don't know if it was working on the original link or not, but thank you guys for being patient. And even if you're watching the playback, we want you to feel excited and ignited. We are going to do some fun giveaways tonight.
Yes.
So watching for your consultant, if she's one of us or if she's another consultant in one of our 3 units, we are just so thrilled to kind of give you some information, but also to give you some freebies. Because I know if it's free, it's for me. Anybody else?
Yes, for sure.
So we're going to sprinkle some giveaways throughout the night. And why don't we kick it off since, I ate up a lot of our time with technical difficulties. Let's start with question number 1. And I would like to roll this one over to Monica first, because I love your story. So
thank you.
Why did you start your Mary Kay business?
Well, actually, I started my business on December 9th, and I cannot hardly believe I just celebrated my 28th year in Mary Kay. Yay! And so, you have to be 18 to start. So add on that. So I'm at least 50, and I'm going to leave it at that. So I started, and I just can't believe it. It's been an amazing journey. But when I came into Mary Kay, I was working full time for the Navy. Actually, I'm a former engineer. I was the first Black female engineer to graduate from electrical engineering from Virginia Tech. And I'm super excited about being able to be, was a part of flight testing for several years. And so I blended my Mary Kay career with my other career for 23 years. And then now I've been retired for 5 years. So that'll give you a clue. But I've been retired for 5 years, and it's pretty amazing to be able to do that. But I started because I needed a tax write-off right before the end of the year. And I could see a marital status change was about to happen in the way back then. And so I knew that I needed some extra money. And I needed to be able to also my job. I mean, how many people's jobs have gone away this year during the pandemic? Unbelievable. So my job was actually going away for the first of 5 times, guys. Good government, supposedly secure job, right? Well, we got bragged in 93, and that's when I got into business. I thought, well, maybe I'll get in. I'll just have a little bit of extra income, and maybe I'll just have a fallback to fall back on. It's kind of like a safety net. to just fall back on in the process of looking for another job, journey of the broker, just over broker, whatever you want to call it. But it just was exciting to know that coming into the business for that, just that initial reason of getting the tax write-off and loving the business. Plus, my consultant was very smart. She gave me free stuff like we're giving away tonight. She gave me a free fuchsia lipstick. And at that time, that was my favorite color. And so I'm like, okay, I'm in. And that's how I figured out that I would do that. So it's been such a blessing throughout the years. And I'm excited to be here.
Wow. Oh, I love that. You guys, that couldn't be further from my story. And that's the other thing, that whether maybe you've heard a little bit about Mary Kay before, or you've never heard about Mary Kay, is that there is no one shape, size, age, background that fits the Mary Kay community. We are all ages, sizes, all the things.
All kinds of pink.
Yes, all kinds of pink.
I love it. So when I started my Mary Kay business, I was broke as a joke, senior, finishing up my undergrad. And when Mary Kay found me, I already had a job that I had already been offered in East Africa. So I knew I'm not going to be here for very long. But you know what, you guys, I thought this just seems like fun. And also I want a 50% discount because I don't have a full-time job right now. And so I started, and what really appealed to me, apart from the fun and the girlfriends, was the environment of mentorship.
Yes.
And having, I think as a young adult, I really craved having mentally and emotionally stable women that I could look up to, that could, hold me accountable, that could really walk alongside me in my business, but also just in life. So I worked in East Africa for 2 years doing humanitarian aid.
Oh.
And programming for orphanages. And then I came home for a little while, and then I lived in South Korea for a year and taught there. That was a really fun experience. If you guys like to travel, if you haven't noticed, I'm like a travel junkie. If you like to travel, comment below. I want to know, where's your favorite place that you've already been, and what's your number one place that you are going to jet off to as soon as we're cleared to fly and have fun and bebop around the country and the world. Anyway, so when I came home from South Korea, I thought I had a full-time job working at a school. You guys know that's often thankless work. And so I did this part-time for 5 years, and then I decided, I don't know if I want to be at working at a school the rest of my life, but I really love this Mary Kay thing. And so I transitioned, and this is how we pay our mortgage, how I paid for my wedding. And now I'm home with our 4-month-old baby boy, and loving the flexibility, you guys. It's really been such a gift. How about you, Renee?
Oh my gosh. So I love to get our girls together in different groups, because I think that the amazing array of stories is so cool. So thanks for pointing that out, guys. My story couldn't be more different from either of yours.
Exactly.
I feel like Leah started out right at the beginning of, her career path, and Monica started more towards the end of her career path. And I started right in the middle. So I was working full-time as a research associate, doing a postdoctoral research assistantship at the Michigan State University in fisheries, which is people are always like, what does that?
Fisheries.
Yeah. And so I studied oceanography at Old Dominion University for my PhD and my master's, and had really thought about my career as these default steps. Has anyone done that? It just kind of happen, and you're like, okay, well, that sounds like a good opportunity. And I hadn't really thought about what I wanted to do. So I want to share with you this one thing, you guys. Just because you're good at your job does not mean you have to do it. And does not mean that you can't have a side hustle, a side gig. So in today's gig economy, we're going to talk about that later, but I honestly didn't think I needed extra money. I started my business honestly just to have something fun in my life. Like I was bored. I wrote computer code all day and all the people around me did the same thing as me and looked just like me and acted like me. And I was like, this is so boring. I started taking ballet. I was volunteering at a child science museum. I was like doing all these things to try to like not be so like day in, day out. The research was interesting, but like, okay, so are different nail polish colors. Like I have more than one facet to my personality. And so this was just something fun for me when I started. Likewise, I really, when I first got asked, I was like, no.
Me too.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I said yes. So I hope I answered that question of why did I start? I just wanted something fun and it turned into so much more. But
Yes.
we're so excited because we have lots of drawings tonight. So
Yes.
in our comments, I know I wasn't trying to be rude while you guys were talking, but I want to keep us engaged. So you guys, the more you comment, the more chances you have to earn freebies. So
Exactly.
our first giveaway of a brand new Mary Kay at Play highlighting stick. So if you like the
Nice.
highlight and contour look, this is for you.
Woo!
Love it.
Yay, Susan!
Susan, who won? Susan.
So Susan is going to receive this gorgeous rose gold highlighting stick. We'll pop it in the mail. Make sure Monica, is she your guest?
Susan who?
Horn.
Okay, Susan Horn. She's actually one of our adoptees guests. So that's
Fabulous.
exciting. So I'm glad
Yay.
Susan is on. She's always on the virtuals and live. She loves it.
I
She's
love it. Thank you
fantastic.
for supporting
Thank you,
us, Susan.
Congratulations.
Yay. So we'll pop this in the mail to you. And we're going to move to question number 2. So let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. What could have stopped starting? So
Ooh.
Leah, do you want to take that?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you guys. Recovering perfectionist. Anybody else in the comments, let me know. All right. So I feel this is a little bit of my soapbox, y'all, because I truly believe. Well, I'll tell you why I almost didn't start. I almost didn't start because in school, I was really good at school. And I liked that I could plan everything out. And I knew like, okay, at the end of the semester, this is due and blah, blah, blah. And I like doing research and writing papers and boring stuff like that, right? This was totally outside of my comfort zone, okay? And if you can relate to, I've never been in retail. I was never a makeup guru. I didn't even really take skincare all that seriously. I mean, when I lived in East Africa, I survived without running water or electricity. Okay, so not like the Glamazon girl. And so I had a lot of reasons why, like, I don't know if anybody would take me seriously doing this. But I'll tell you guys that my biggest reason is that I was hesitant because I wasn't sure if I would be good at it. And I was afraid to find out, can I do this? And I think that a lot of women right now have considered having a plan B, having a side hustle, because this past year, y'all, I'm not even going to mention, right, what year. We all know what year is a week in our past, right? Never to be named again. But we all experienced on different levels that things don't always, play out as we planned. And so I've spoken to so many women this year that said, oh, I need a plan B. I need an extra way to make income. Y'all, 200,000 women left the workforce in September alone.
Wow.
And so women, we're looking for something. We're looking for something that gives us flexibility, that we can stay home with our babies. My baby is really, really little, but I get it now, right? We want something that's going to pay us what we're worth. We don't want to be out there working a minimum wage job, right? And so I think that a lot of women at this point, they've considered doing something like Mary Kay because this opportunity is just so great, right? Flexibility. design your work, all that stuff. And so I think that one of the things that holds a lot of women back is similar to what kind of almost held me back at the start was, you know, the fear of failure. And I'm here to tell you that just like anything else, when you start, if you start going to the gym, if you start a yoga class, if you sign up for, you know, undergrad or to your master's degree, when you start, you don't know every single step that's going to be required. You have an idea. You know that there's going to be a learning curve. You know there may be some challenges, but it will be worth it to, you know, lose the baby weight and get back in shape and look slamming, or to get your degree, or to, you know, earn whatever training, whatever it might be, it's worth it in the end. And so I really want to encourage you guys that to embrace that unknown, right? Just like anything else, when you're starting, embrace it, but be willing to give it a shot, because through that process, y'all can gain awesome income, but also all the other good stuff too.
That's for sure. I absolutely resonate with that for sure, Leah. And the fact that you mentioned that, you know, you are a little scared. Everybody's a little afraid to try something new. And I absolutely know that what would have stopped me from coming into the business was, oh my goodness, working a full-time job, way past 40 hours per week. Usually working, I had a very busy social life as well. I actually we're the only siblings that are at home in our area. So we do a lot with our families, my parents and my in-laws here. And also I was actually taking classes towards my PhD when I got started in Mary Kay. And I thought, and that's like a stack of papers this big, and research and meetings and everything on it in and of itself. And I thought, how in the world am I going to squeeze this in? But I thought to myself, wow, just to have a side hustle, you know, let's just have something kind of like in the bag where I could just ramp it up when I want to, when I need some money, or some extra money to do some things. And so I thought, let's just give it a whirl, because I could squeeze in actually only about 6 hours a week when I first started the business. So really being too busy might have stopped me, because I didn't feel like I had time to be involved with Mary Kay. And I had been offered the opportunity before. My dad thought that I would be great with it, but I kind of stubbed my nose up at it as well, because I thought, I'm almost getting my PhD. Why am I going to be in Mary Kay? But oh my goodness, I had no idea what was in store for me and the lessons that I would learn. Now I think I have my PhD in people having dreams. And that was so much more exciting than it would have been for my PhD. But I tell you what, it's so amazing to know that, you know, you can come, you know, in anything can hold you. You can let something hold you back, or you can make a decision, and everything is just one decision away. And that's why I decided to choose Mary Kay. And it's been an amazing journey. How about you, Renee?
Yeah, I would say similarly that, you know, I think it's different for every person. For me personally, my confidence was very low actually when I was first asked, and I thought, you know, I don't like salespeople. I still don't like salespeople. I didn't understand that, like, what Mary Kay is all about is like helping, you know, find a need and fill it, connections. I think we all could use more connection right now, you know?
Absolutely.
I didn't know what it was, but I just knew it wasn't for me. Like for my consultant, who was my friend from school, I was like, that's great for you. I will buy product and I love it. And then she was like, oh, you get a discount. I was like, wait, okay, hold on. So, yeah, that would be, I think, you know, what would have held me back, number one would be my confidence was low. Number two would be like just that perception of sales. And that was my biggest fear, was that people would think I was being pushy, which is hysterical. Because if you're worried about being pushy, guess what? You're not going to be pushy. So, exactly. Okay, let's do another drawing. Who has something to give away? Oh yeah,
I do.
Monica.
I'm super excited to be able to give one of my favorite things, and this is the oil mattifier because my skin is oily, but you wouldn't know it because the oil mattifier is such an amazing product. It helps control your oil for up to 10 hours, and it's just a light, fluffy cream that goes on and dries as a powder, and it is fabulous. And so we're going to give away this wonderful retail product of the oil mattifier. So who's going to be our winner, Renee?
Our winner for the second product is Patricia Griffin.
Go, Patricia. Go, Patricia. Whose guest is she? Any of our people? We don't know. Well, we'll find out, Patricia. Patricia, put it in the chat. Chat, put it in the chat. Who invited you tonight?
Whose guest are you here for?
Yes.
I love seeing all your comments. You guys keep them coming. And we have some consultants on too, sharing, reasons that they started extra the sisterhood. So love that. Okay.
That's awesome.
And get to the last question. So
yes,
my favorite question. Why is now a great time to start? So Monica, do you want to start with that?
Yes, absolutely. This is a great time to start. First of all, it's a new year. It's a new opportunity. It's a new way of thinking. Why not try something new? Absolutely, right now is a fabulous time because we have been in the pandemic, but guess what? Mary Kay has been having record-breaking months. All of the consultants, all of the directors, everybody, everything is up hundreds of percents above this time last year. And so we are super excited because our company is exploding. And this has been an amazing time for all of us. I feel that Mary Kay is perfect for this environment because, wow, we can go, we can share and connect with people across the nation. Mary Kay has no territory. So no territories and no quotas. And so the United States is your whole territory. So who do you know that's in another state, that's in another city, that's across, where you can't get to them? You can get to them virtually right now. And we have all kinds of fabulous apps and virtual tools and assets. And Mary Kay was way ready for us. And we actually were not taking advantage of all the tools that Mary Kay already had in place. So in March, when our company when all of us had to pivot, they actually already had the infrastructure in place for us to take advantage of. All we had to do was utilize it. So what a tremendous time such as this, a perfect time to begin the new year. And Renee is going to share with us, how you can get started with that. But this, I think, is the best time to get into the business. Everybody is still at home. People are still, you can get them, you almost have a captive audience most of the time. We're doing tons of appointments on Zoom or FaceTime or Messenger or Instagram, live, Facebook Live or any of the kind of tools that you have to use, YouTube Live. It's exciting because it's a wonderful time to connect digitally with people all throughout. And you're connecting with people that you actually might not have seen in a very long time. That's been very rewarding for me. And it's actually deepened my relationship with some of the connections and some of my clients. And so I'm really so grateful that this is a great time to start. How about you, Leah? Do you think it's a fabulous time right now?
You guys. Not only is it the start of a new year, but let me let you in on a little secret. You ready for this? Everybody has skin. Everybody is stuck at home and it's dark at 5 p.m. Nobody's doing anything, right? We're all stuck at home. And so this gives, like Renee was saying, like people are craving connection.
Yeah.
People are craving connection right now, you guys. In 2019, an article came out saying that the number one gift people wanted quality time. And I believe that was probably very similar to Christmas 2020, is that we are craving relationship, we're craving quality time and connection. And so when you put those common denominators together, everybody's stuck at home. We all want something to do. We want connection, and we all have skin. Y'all, it just makes this such a smart thing to do. The flexibility also. I have a newborn that I hope this isn't TMI, but I just nurse on demand, right? And so for anyone that has a small child or anyone that has a demanding job or is in school full time and juggling classes and maybe, working part-time on the side, this is something that you truly can fit into the nooks and crannies of your life, and you can have it fit in where you want it to fit in. Okay. This is not like having a part-time job at Target where they
No.
say you're going to work 6 hours here, you're working 8 hours on Saturday. That's your schedule. Take
Isn't that
it.
heinous polo?
What?
And I said, isn't that heinous polo?
Exactly. And so I just think that that if you're gonna be in business, and let's be real, you guys, everyone has a small business right now.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants to support a small business, a family
Mhm.
business. We are, you see the trend that we're still shopping Amazon, but we don't want to, on my Facebook groups, I see everybody comments, hey, I'm looking for, a face mask or a lip treatment. Does anybody know of a place that I could get one from a small business before I shop on Amazon? And so we have that. We're offering that so people feel good supporting our small business. And let's just be real. Everyone's stimulus checks just hit their bank accounts, right? We're all doing a happy dance and we all have some money burning a hole in our pocket. And so you can spend it on something silly like one of the TVs that Walmart has listed for $575. Don't fall in that trap, you guys. Or you can start a business that is going to just continue to give back to you. You can be creating your own stimulus check every month this year.
I love that. Creating your own stimulus check. I love that.
Right. Yes. And passive income is something, if you've never heard that term before, you want to create something that's going to continue to pay you, you guys. So when you have a skincare client, she is going to use that product, and guess what? It goes away and she wants more of it because our products are literally the best in the industry.
They are.
But I do not believe you can get better than Mary Kay.
No.
When she needs more, guess who she's going to call? You. And so you get paid for, you get money when you have that appointment and that sale with her, but then you have money again and again and again and again. And that is service. That's how you serve her, by giving her the products that are excellent. And that's how you build passive income for yourself. So you guys, I want to just mention real quick, we got a question in the chat that I thought we should address. Someone wants to know how long it takes to get to the car prize. And I love that question because we are all of us, beauty consultants, directors, national sales directors, eligible to earn free career cars, earn free cars from Mary Kay. And that's amazing savings for you and your family because you won't have a car payment. They pay a huge chunk of your insurance, and you can earn one in as little as 1, 2, 3, or 4 months. Pretty amazing that it's not just a goal for you, it's a goal for you and the women that are part of your team. So
I love that. And I actually just wanted to share with you guys, I've been driving free 23 of the 28 years I've been in the business. So can you imagine how much money I have saved? I think I added it up and it's like way over like $180,000 or something like that when you add up the car payments and the insurance and everything. And we're in the process of earning our 12th free car from Mary Kay. It is so exciting. Oh my goodness, you guys, there's nothing like it. And just by the time it's every 2 years. And so by the time the new car smell runs off, you're earning a new one.
I love that.
I love that, guys.
I have a prize. I have a product. I'm a new mom, so we all need this, right? We have those designer bags under our eyes, and so I'm giving away an under eye corrector, which is as important as my coffee in the morning. Who are we giving it to?
I think we should give it to the person who asked that question, Melanie Robinson.
Yay, Melanie! Melanie, you get it. I've got one for you.
Fabulous. Oh my gosh. And people are so proud and excited for you, Monica, saying 20 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And using the product for 30 years. So this is what 30 years of Mary Kay looks like.
Hey, I know. I'm so excited about our products because we just keep getting better and better. So we aren't allowed to say, but stay tuned.
Oh yeah. Down the line.
So you guys, in this season, when everything is changing, when there's lots of options for you, I want you to know that what we're saying is that if you want to give Mary Kay a try, if you want to dip your toe in the water and just kind of see what it is that we're talking about. There's an option called eStart, and that's basically a chance for you to start your e-commerce business. We have a limited time special where it's only $30. Say it with me, $30
30.
to get started with your Mary Kay business. Yeah, 30. And you have the option to add on a full product starter kit for just $100 if you want to have product, full-size retail products, printed training materials. But the eStart, it's just $30 to get started. You have access to all our digital tools. You have access to your own half-price shopping spree. You have access to your mentors, which would be Monica and Leah and myself. And it's pretty amazing because for $30, you have the opportunity to just see what's possible.
Yes.
What I want you to think about, guys, is that sometimes we don't know what we don't know. You know, we live in a time that's very uncertain, but here's one thing that is certain. Principles of putting people first and caring more about the woman in front of you and what she wants than what you want is going to live through the tests of time. We are a 57-year-old company that is still family owned in 2021, started in 1963 by a single woman with a dream.
Yes.
And you know what's important about that is she didn't know if it was going to work. And many people told her it wouldn't. So if we've shared anything that has sparked a thought or just a consideration in your heart, I encourage you to reach out to your consultant, talk to either Monica or Leah or myself about getting started. And we, of course, are going to do our grand giveaways within the next 24 hours. One person is going to get a $100 Mary Kay shopping spree.
Yes.
But we want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for taking this time to really just get to know us a little bit, get to know our story.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just want to thank you for taking the time. So any closing remarks from Leah and Monica?
I just want to make sure that all of our guests know in order to get entered for the $100 giveaway that we are going to be doing that drawing tomorrow, your consultant, the person that invited you to our YouTube live, is going to give you a Google Doc or a form. You're going to fill that out real quick. It'll take 2 seconds, and that is your entry. We will follow up with you, whoever is your consultant sales director, or if you're a direct guest of ours, we'll follow up with you just to make sure that we have all your information correct, but that will get you in. So by watching this, yay, we're so glad that you were on. Don't forget to fill out that form so that we can have your information if your name is drawn.
Yes, and thank you guys so much, Renee and Leah. It's been a blast being a part of this with you all. And we just wish for each of you that you would have an amazing journey this year. And why not have that journey with Mary Kay in your life? It's been a blessing to all of us, and we just want that for you too. And we are so glad that you guys tuned in tonight.
Awesome.